Hi, as you know, my name's Nancy and I am responsible for development and alumni relations at school. I've been in the role for about a year and hopefully I've spoken to you or we've had some interaction on email or some kind of connection. And in my role, the part that's been so fun is getting to know the alumni. I had no idea that that would be a majority of the work that I do. But I've been focused on just building community and doing things that bring you all together. So things like Chill on the Hill for the first time, where we all just had a giant garden party and partied on the hill. That was because one of you said, I don't want to come back to school and wear a blazer and sit in a formal lunch. I just want to hang out with my friends and see how they are. So we did that and it was fantastic to see people from all ages there, but reconnecting after decades apart.
The journey back to Kingham this summer was quite liberating for me in many ways. It kind of opened up a lot of really good memories and seeing a lot of people that I hadn't seen for 42 years. What do you think? It's difficult after 42 years to be in tune with people from Kingham when you don't know what they've been doing, and you spent your life in the last 30 years in the spotlight, and you get asked questions. You tend to think that maybe watch out what's going on, but that's because the business makes you feel that way. I didn't feel like that really with Kingham. I felt like I was going back to loads of kids. Oi Patty, how are you? It was, David Knock, who in my days I was running tandem with him. I was in the same classes as him up until the 5th year. Then I went back a year because I was a year younger than him. Blah blah blah. I left in '76. He carried on till '78 and became head boy. Fair play. I really liked his brother Simon as well. There was a few kids there, like David Nethercott, John Wollstonecroft. People I would really have liked to have seen again, but they didn't appear. So, and the Drinkwater brothers, Nigel and Paul. Tap and Tap too. Yeah, these are the emotions I got that weekend, that day in Kingham. The best thing I think was re-finding Tony Lenihan. I knew how he lived when he was at Kingham because he lived up in Montague Street in Marylebone, which isn't a million miles from Battersea, and I could walk there and I could walk back. You didn't need a bus in our days. We could walk. I used to go to parties up there with him, and this is when we were at Kingham. Trying to find a date to see Kevin Brown again. I'm hoping to catch up with Tony Lenihan in Holland because he's moved there. He's got a houseboat, and there's a few others there that I'm thinking of doing some church gigs because I think the Orb sounds brilliant in a church in an ambient style. Churches are built for acoustics. Anyway, these are all the things that happened, and I also took my daughter there so that she could see where I was brought up. She thought I was brought up in a very posh environment, which when you look at it, it's very twee now. It's a lot of self-branding at Kingham Hill School, but back in our day there was no self-branding. The only self-branding we had was the Kingham Hill bus that used to drive us to football matches or basketball matches or cricket matches. Or if you're going on a sort of a holiday to the Isle of Wight at the end with the school holidays in Rhine, which I frequented 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. I just wish that day was a bit longer. It just seemed to finish too soon, and not like everybody wanted to go to the pub in Kingham, but everybody wanted to go to the pub in Kingham. No.
For me, seeing the connections that you have and seeing how tight the history is that you've had together and renewing that has been really interesting.